I wanted to make a video about, how to collect on a budget. Not everybody has fat stacks of money to blow on sports cards. But I just wanted to show that you can still build a very nice collection, even if you don't necessarily have a large amount of money to do so. I think that's one of the biggest pitfalls in the hobby is, you'll watch breakers break like like a multi-thousand-dollar card, or you'll see pictures of something really fancy, something like a Luca Prism that's numbered to 50, or some ridiculous a Shield one of one, rookie patch autographs, stuff like that. Your very very high end cards, your thousands of dollars, but um, my biggest advice is, you don't want to chase those kind of things. If you want to if you want to build a nice collection over time, um, here's just a few of my recommendations on kind of how to go about that. So I've just got a few things laid out here. Kind of want to talk about each one of them here. Um, but my biggest advice, first and foremost, to collectors is new collectors. Folks who want to get into the hobby, get some really nice cards, stuff that can still go up in value over time. And my advice to them is to buy singles. Singles, all singles. Just buy your singles. Um, Singles are the way to go. How else do I put it? You can spend hundreds of dollars on a lot of these high end products, or you can spend just a few dollars to get your favorite players. Um, and I kind of wanted to go through this stack that I've kind of sorted out. Um, I'd say this stack is worth maybe $100. These singles right here, and kind of what to look for, what I consider are some values, and so on. Um, and yeah, kind of go through this pile first. Um, First off, yeah, rookie cards are most desirable cards in the hobby. Everybody wants the rookie cards. Um, but how much is a Luca Silver Prism worth? Or even a Luca base card can run in the hundreds of dollars. Prism, $1,000 card. And then the colored parallels, numbered, thousands, few thousands, tens of thousands of dollars. Um, my first advice to get really nice cards of the players you like is to buy, second year, third year cards. Of the premium sets, they're relatively cheap compared to um, the rookie card. And I'll kind of go through, you know, like this is a Lucas second year card. I pick this card up anytime I see it just because I think it has a chance to go up over time. If you look at Jordan's second year and so on, those have value. And I think second year cards of players, should carry some value. Maybe not to the average, um, to the newer collectors, but, over time, once you have the rookie cards, you have to start completing your set or of that player. And yeah, here's just some, examples of second year cards that I have here. This is a second year Luca. Is this? I think this is a second or third year Kobe Bryant. You'll see these are $5 cards. They're very nice cards. This is Kobe in his number eight. So definitely during the early part of his career. Um, and yeah, vet cards, cards of vets, just his base Prism Stephen Curry. Nice card, nothing wrong with it. Or something like this, Silver Prism, Jason Tatum. This is like, what, his third year card? Nice Silver Prism. These are nice cards. And the only thing that, you know, stops them from having, that decimal place moved over a couple times is the fact that they are, there's no rookie logo. It's just, but these vet cards are, these are the way to collect, in my opinion. Get a really nice collection of players, cards that have good eye appeal. There's a lot of underrated players in the NBA that don't have the same value as, say, Kobe, LeBron, Jordan, Luka, and usually you can pick up their cards for very cheap. So this is Allen Iverson. He was my favorite player growing up. This is his finest rookie card. Kobe Bryant, similar card, ungraded, probably $100, $150 card. Maybe more like 80 to 130 or so, depending on condition. If it's got good condition, you'll pay on the higher end. If it's something that's in like this kind of condition where you could tell the centering's off, coloring's faded a little bit, the back has some coloring issues. There's some issues with the corners, just some dirt. Not a very clean card, but still, card of my favorite player growing up, Allen Iverson. One of maybe his third or fourth best rookie card, and I can get something like this for like $20. So collect the players you like, not just because they're valuable necessarily. Same with this Shaq card. $5. Topps Finest was the highest end set you could get back in '94. This is a '94, '95. Topps Finest Shaquille O'Neal subset. So yeah, the prices actually might be a little high, $5. But this would have been a card that I would have wanted in my youth. Like Shaq was a big deal in '92 to, in the '90s. I'd say Shaq was probably the most desirable player to collect in the early '90s. So to get a card like this, a card I would, probably out of my range as a little 10-year-old kid for $5, I thought that was pretty awesome. If you start collecting now, 20 years from now, a lot of the desirable cards that you want to get become very affordable. Like, let's say this was a Luka Prism. This obviously isn't. But if Luka got hurt, God forbid, and his career was, went downhill from here and is out of the league in 3 years, like those cards would devalue, and you would be able to find, these kind of cards for very cheap. Like Iverson was the rookie, not Kobe. They're probably about equal. This probably booked for about $60 back in '98. $30 to $60 for this card, and to get it 20 years later for $20, it just shows that it's very hard for these even higher end cards to hold their value. So anybody pitching sports cards as an investment is probably lying to you. Hall of Famer autographs. Okay, this is Dan Issel. He is a Hall of Famer. He's from that 70s era of basketball. I found a lot of these 70s eras, even early 80s eras, for very cheap. This is a $5 card. I picked this up for $5. But, I've purchased other Hall of Famers, even more famous ones like Luke Walton. I think I paid $10 or $15 for one of his autographs. Dominique Wilkins. I picked one up for about $25. Very cheap to get a lot of these players. Patrick Ewing, they do sign a little bit more. And they're a Hall of Fame. They had great careers. A lot of these guys in the NBA now are going to be Hall of Famers. Like your Paul George, Russell Westbrook, James Harden. They're Hall of Famers. Their cards are very expensive right now. But are they that generational talent? I think there's only a few that you could put in that category right now. And even then, they might fall off that list. Just think of the top 5 players in the NBA right now and pick 3, or 3 of them are going to be generational players. Some are just peaking for, 3 or 4 years when they have their peak, and then they kind of fall away and fade out of the memory. And if you buy their cards now, while they're at the peak of their career, you will pay a lot of money, but later on down the road, you'll be able to pick up their cards for relatively cheap. So I'd look out for guys like that. You know, John Stockton, Patrick Ewing. You can get a lot of Dream Teamer players for relatively cheap. Christian Leitner. No, I'm joking. But yeah, just pick up cards that you like. You know, cards of players that you like. Donovan Mitchell is one of my favorite guards in the NBA right now. Pick this rookie card up for $5. Even less since I got this at a discount from this sticker price. So yeah, Tua Tagovailoa, definitely a Hawaii favorite. But I saw these 3 cards. You know, these are his rookie cards. And Select, that's a premium set. You know, one of the 3 or 4 top Panini products that aren't, you know, national treasures, immaculate, flawless. You know, people chase this level of cards. Select, it might be just below Prism in my opinion. But look, 3 different rookie cards, 3 different photo variations. You know, and I got the concourse, premier level, club level cards. It's a nice little set of Tua rookies, $15. Thought that was a good pickup. Yeah, Kevin Garnett, another favorite card, favorite player of my youth. This is his SP Championship rookie card, $8. Yeah, probably a little too high on this. Honestly, I could probably find this card for cheaper, but you know, any card that's underneath that $10 range, I think is just not too difficult of a decision if you want the card. The Shaquille O'Neal classic. Look at the numbering on these older cards. And these were considered your first parallels. One of 46,080. Oh boy, man, this card must be rare. It's not, you know. Obviously, there's any number parallel over 500 these days, I think, would be considered high number parallels. Not just some Pokemon cards. Second topic I wanted to talk about was graded slabs. Most of the influencer type of collectors, they always talk about PSA graded cards, and graded cards have their point, have their purpose in the hobby. If you're gonna sell a card, you're gonna want to grade it probably, just so that there's an agreement on what the grade of the card is, and from there you can negotiate a price on the card. But you know, if you're just collecting, you know, honestly, can you tell the difference between these 2 cards? Right? Can you tell the difference between these 2 cards? You know, if I were to bring them up close, if you were to look at them, you were to tilt it like this, look at the surface, corners. You want to check the corners. But on this card, this is a very nice card. You know, corners look okay. Edges sharp, no chipping. Oh, this corner looks a little ragged. But why are these 2 cards graded differently? Or what, you know, can you tell the difference between these 2 cards? Honestly, I know why this one didn't get a 10. And that's because it's off-centered. You'll notice that this little corner here on this border is wider than this one over here. It's off-centered. Everything else about the card is very nice. The surface is nice. The corners are probably a 10. But I think this card got a 9 because of centering. Yeah. Looks like 65, 35 centering. And this card probably has better centering. Looks well centered to me. Yeah, maybe just that one corner. But this one probably could get 8, 9. So look out for raw cards. Raw cards are generally the way I buy cards. I purchase this slab. I don't grade my cards. I would only grade my cards if I wanted to sell my cards. If I were to send this off to Panini or to PSA to grade, what does it cost? $15, $18 a card. I bought this one for $30. And I bought this one for a little more back in the higher peak. But this is probably about a $30 card. So buying the slab, I did not pay much of a premium on that 9, which is considered mint. Maybe a couple dollars, but consider that somebody paid 15, 10, 15, $18 to grade this, whatever the bulk submission cost is to PSA. Nowadays, that's the only time I would consider purchasing a slab. And some slabs are getting very cheap, especially if they're not PSA. So, a little bit about slabs. Another one I picked up, GMA Grading Company, quote unquote Gem Mint 10. They do have a bit of a sketchy reputation, but I picked this card up for about $10. The card itself is worth $10, okay? If I wanted to crack it out of the slab, I'd probably sell it for about as much as I paid for it. But this would make a nice gift to somebody, nice Raiders fan. Derek Carr Black Refractor rookie. It tells you what the card is and the grade. Eye appeal wise, yeah, it's probably close. Can you tell where this 10 grade is incorrect? Because when I look at the card, I really can't tell. Surface looks clean, corners look sharp, centering looks good. Just by the pattern of these kind of things on the back, little indicators. It's a sharp card. It's just graded by the wrong company, right? PSA, maybe you'd pay $20, $25 for something like this. So look out for cards like this. I'll go over grading in another video, or how to look at the condition of your cards in another video. It's probably out of the range of this topic. But I just wanted to show what you can get for a relatively low amount of money in the hobby. If you're not chasing the $2,000 cards. Yeah. This is another great card I picked up. It's a Bowman Best Tim Duncan rookie card. Bowman Best was a premium brand back in 97, 98. So, to get this card earlier, in my youth, there's no way I could have got this card for $20. This was a bargain, in my opinion. SGC, this is the old SGC slab, but it's got a 98 grade. SGC is a reputable grading company. So yeah, just to have this card, I thought this was nice. You can get some very cheap slabs, and I'm looking for slabs, in that anywhere from this $20 to $80, and this can be a centerpiece of someone's collection, especially if it's your favorite player. It's a rookie card, so there are bargains out there if you're looking for them. And the player's name is not Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan, LeBron James, Stephen Curry. So if you like those players, okay, you might be out of luck for sports cards, but there's even affordable Kobe Bryant rookie cards, like his Hoops rookie card. It's a $15 card. You could obtain rookie cards of your favorite players for very cheap prices. So yeah, this is what $100 can get you. Let's talk about my favorite low-end sealed products. So, I don't collect all sports. I mostly collect baseball. But you do want to stick to the lower end products, in my opinion, if you're going to open up packs. Like something like this. It's a Topps Baseball Blaster. It's $25. You're going to get 7 packs, 14 cards. You do have chances to get some really nice stuff if you look at the pack odds. Pack odds on the side, autographs, relics, autograph relics. You can pull nice stuff out of here, but if you're just looking to open up cards, get the latest rookies for the year, these lower end products I think are the best way to go. And honestly think that low end products have the highest expected value for sealed products. So if I buy something like Topps Baseball Update for $25, I'm guessing I'm going to pull, $15, $20 worth of singles. So in that case, you don't lose. When I say expected value, the percentage of return you can expect on average. If I pull something nice, I'll go above that number. Um, and then Chronicles football, Chronicles basketball. These are my favorite products for budget collecting. Um, all the top rookies, multiple different card designs, and yeah, my favorite products for collecting. These run $25 each. Now, the print run on these cards are relatively high, so they're not valuable, but hey, it's a great way to collect rookies, vets. They put a lot of the big name vets in here. Most of the rookies, since it comes out towards the back end of the season. And yeah, this is the way to go if you want to open up sealed packs of cards. I tend to stay away from higher end stuff, right? Like if I go and I buy a box of Panini Prism Hobby, that's $1,000 box. I don't know what it is, multi-$100. But just think, for every $100 I spend on a hobby box, see if I can find a hobby box or something. Okay, this was a Topps Jumbo Hobby Update Jumbo. These are pretty good. I did pull a lot of good stuff out here, but this is like what, $230, $200 for Hobby Jumbo. Could be more, could be less, anywhere from $200 to $250. Well, I could get 2 stacks of cards like this, 2.5 stacks of cards like this. My favorite rookies, my favorite players, just other things, Pokemon. Look at the variety. Something like this. Something like this might be your box hit, big rookie, or parallel of it. And it really evens out the risk you're taking when you open up higher end products, high end hobby boxes. Let's just pretend this was a Prism hobby box. I've seen people get absolutely burnt on these higher end products. They might pull, they buy it for $1,000, and they might pull $250, $500 if they're lucky out of that box. Whereas, yeah, if you have a bigger budget, that means you can buy better singles. That is the moral of the story. You want to buy singles. But there is another counterpoint to that, and opening packs is part of the magic, I guess, of the hobby. Some of us have that compulsive, we must gamble, and something about wanting to pull, something amazing out of a pack of cards. We want that experience. We'll pay money for that. Call it gambling, call it thrill seeking. That's kind of what you pay for when you buy sealed packs, sealed boxes of stuff. Like out of Topps Update, I recently pulled a very big card, probably the biggest card this year for sure. And but I had to open a lot of sealed product to get to that card. Whereas if I really wanted that card, Could have just bought it. um, so yeah, I really cannot stress um, buying singles. Singles are your favorite players. Yeah, at least Tuas are nice. You might get a couple Tuas out of that box of select. You're gonna get your was it one autograph or is it two autographs? Might be two. Might be one, I think. Might be a player you want. Most of the time, it's not going to be a player you want. And that's the other thing. You open sealed products, be prepared to trade those cards away, sell them for cash, so you can buy the cards that you really want in the within the hobby. Um, so I think that's it for now. Not sure what I'm going to title this video. It's probably just my first rant about collecting on a budget. But I really do want to make a series of videos um, about every topic a collector would want to know about as far as a hobby. So I'll just call this as my test run. All right. Thanks for watching.